SIU story with the Special Tribunal now ordering some beneficiaries of the National Lotteries Commission grant funding to surrender a residential property in Zwartkop and 4 luxury vehicles. The assets set to be handed over to an SIU appointed curator pending a review application for the final forfeiture. Now we understand the SIU believes the assets are proceeds of unlawful activity. What happened here? Well, let's find out from Kaizer Kganyagojo on behalf of the ICEU. Kganyagojo, good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time. Just shed some more light for us. First up, grant funding is a process that the National Lotteries Commission does give to those who are deserving of it. But seemingly in this particular case that you've investigated, something went wrong. Can you just clarify to us what happened?
What basically happened here, Braden, is that there was a company that was given money to go and build some athletic tracks in Northwest and in Mpumalanga, and they were given a grant of about 15 million rand. And our investigation has found that they did not use the money for the intended purpose. 15 million of that amount was used for other things, and they then got an extra 4.2 million rand. That was the money that was used for that purpose. Therefore, we traced the money, and we found that the money was used to buy cars and buy houses. That is why we applied that these houses must now be taken and put under the care of the curator by the Special Investigating Unit.
Is it one NPO involved here?
Yeah, this is the first one. We are looking at more than 7,000 NPOs in the country. The first one that we have published today is the first one, and it is just one who were given a total amount of more than 19 million rand, and we found that the money wasn't used in accordance with what it was intended to be used for, and there were processes that were not followed when these grant funds were given to this particular company.
So this NPO, Inqaba Yokulinda, from your statement that I've seen, said it wanted to build athletic tracks in Northwest and Mpumalanga, as you said, but they ended up doing what with the money?
Yes, from our investigation so far, the money was transferred from them to somebody else, who then used, I think, 10 million of that amount, which was transferred to somebody else who was saying he's working, but we found that he's not working at the lottery, but he says he's working with the people in lottery. And then that amount of money was used to buy cars for the child of that particular person, to buy houses, to buy cars for themselves. And then the 5 million remained within the account of this particular NPO. And it was also not used. It was just used to eaten as it was. When there were requests, when some people were asking from the lottery where the progress report is around this particular one, then there was a deviation that was done, and that is how the 4.2 was further given to this company, and that 4.2 was then used for that purpose of building those the athletic tracks.
So in addition to the 19 million, they got another 4.2 million. That takes to over 20. Yeah?
Not necessarily. The first tranche was 15 million.
Oh,
which was
okay.
The 10 that went to this particular company, and the 5. And then they got further 4.2. That's why the amount is 19 point something million.
How confident is the SIU that these people who are part of this NPO in Inqaba Yokulinda, who bought these luxury vehicles and the property, will comply and within 7 days surrender their assets to the curator? How confident are you?
This is a court order. Therefore, they are bound by the law to do that. And if they are not doing that, the curator will then force to get those properties taken by force from them, because now the curator has been given the powers to take the money.
So the court order. Okay, finally, the court order has been issued in the names of individuals who were involved, as you said, plus also in the name of whatever company might have been part of this.
Yes, if you look at the court order, there are many people who are respondents, but they are respondents, some of them purely because of the work that they do within the organizations, especially in the Lottery Commission. And some of the people that are there are the people that have signed from Athletics South Africa. You can see some of the people are from Athletics South Africa because they concurred when this transaction was done.
Okay. Finally, in answering my second question, you said you are currently investigating how many other similar type questionable grant funding that was done by the Lotteries Council in the NPO sector.
Yes, from the date we started doing it, we found that we are having in excess of 7,000 NPOs that we are looking at, and we hope that most of them are done in a correct manner, but we're going to go through them one by one.
Oh, okay. It's not that you have found any fault yet with the others. You are just going through them, checking them because of this experience here with this one where you did find wrongdoing.
Definitely. It is because the proclamation that was given last year in November says that we must look at all of those transactions that happened during the period. Therefore, we are going through each and every transaction that happened that time, and we'll make sure that we get to the bottom of it.
Thank you very much. That's Ntate Kaizer Kganyagojo speaking on behalf of the Special Investigating Unit. I mean, if